Greetings, geeks. Welcome to Geeks in Space. It's episode 696. I'm Rob, Commander Taco Malda. Joining me on this lovely Friday, I have Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
And Krista Bona.
Hi.
Gentlemen, if you were to try to settle the age-old debate between what is the better sci-fi franchise, between the Wars and the Trek, it seems to me that the best solution to that would be a crossword puzzle. Which is why it was very nice that I shared with you guys the crossword puzzle where all the words are designed to be answered multiple ways so that the puzzle can answer Star Wars or Star Trek. And that made me happy.
So here it is. So
you don't got it yet.
Share that
there
tab.
it is.
There it goes. So I adore the New York Times games people. The ones who bought Wordle.
Yep.
The ones who
reset my Wordle's streak.
They didn't reset your streak?
Well, I don't know if they've actually reset mine yet, but apparently a bunch of people's got their streaks reset, and I haven't tested yet today. I know.
Well, I think that's more likely that they have screwy, cookies and stuff.
Well, it's tied to cookies, and they're going to move it to a new domain, so
yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not particularly proud of my streak. Yeah, no. So this is not the first hijinks they've done with the crossword puzzle. So, but this is great,
I just think that's clever. And I've definitely seen other
and also
ones.
It's a trap as one of the clues for one of the alternatives. It's brilliant,
But also the alternative spelling is it's a rap.
Yeah.
Like they all work. So good on them. That's
body
clever.
part that precedes band, waist, or wrist. I mean,
nerd.
They're really sharp over there.
Nerd. Speaking of nerd, I have the Hostile keyboard that was made by Foone.
You have one?
No, but you should look at the picture of it. Foone has I follow Foone on Twitter. And it is an excellent follow. Lots of weird tech stuff, but the keyboard was just randomly distributed keys on a PCB. And it's show us, Chris, show us.
So I know, but listen. Okay, here we go. It was June 29th, 2018. June 29th.
Or it was the link right above the one that you just clicked to show us this
No,
puzzle.
I'm still on the last story.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
You want a crossword puzzle, a different thing?
June 18th? 29th? I have to go to the archive. One moment.
Riveting.
This is very, very important. I usually do this in the app, so...
Oh, the crossword puzzle?
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to give the New York Times my money.
Really, aren't you just giving money to the Wordle guy? Isn't that nice?
I mean, I guess, but I didn't. I guess if there's any revenue being made through my ad blocker, then they deserve it.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, there's the mini, and then we're going to what's it? It was yeah. All right, June 29th, 2018. So 2018, June 29th.
Should I put on theme music while we're...
So I'm just going to share it with the answers intact. Okay. So debts, smart. And then what's going on here? 7 across. Pulitzer winning rapper Kendrick
Lamar.
Egypt's neighbor to the west.
Libya.
9, speech impediment for Daffy Duck.
A lisp.
They made it out of the blocks.
Oh, I see. Ha ha ha.
I'm like, when this happened, I was like, oh,
that's cute.
What is happening here? And look, DS.
Yeah.
1 down. DSL. Email.
Yeah. I'm
wow.
partial towards subverting the structure of the puzzle. That makes
this is
me
extremely
happy.
Subversive.
This makes me happy.
All right, so we're going to do this horrible keyboard.
The hostile keyboard. I just think that's funny. There's something about how you can type like 3 words a minute or something on it.
Yeah, I follow this guy on Twitter. He's a mean monster.
I think Foone is a they.
Oh, yep, it is indeed. Look at that. Yeah, there we go.
I also really enjoy the death generators, but because they're usually the kill screens from old Sierra games, and I'm actually totally coincidentally wearing my Sierra T-shirt today. So I got my Leisure Suit Larry and my King Graham and my Roger Wilco on.
Foone.
Anyway, that made me happy.
It should make you happy.
Starlink lost a bunch of satellites. There was some sort of geomagnetic storm. And this was right as they were in the middle of launching a batch of like 48 or 49 of them. And they had like a 70%, 80% loss rate because a solar flare knocked them out of orbit, and their little ion thrusters weren't strong enough to get them back up.
Yeah, it was funny. They I guess, I mean, we all listened to the Scott Manley of this. Apparently, they released a press release saying, "Look, we're so good at deorbiting," and it's like, that's one perspective, you know. So
this was just a really good test.
That's Steamdeck. But, I don't know where did it go. There it is.
Oh yeah, we're a little. Well, you have a different order than me.
I have a what?
Your articles are in a different order than mine. It's the Reddit, you see.
Well, I start with new.
Hmm.
I sort by new. How do you sort?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm sorting by however it wants to be sorted. I'm sorting by hot.
Yeah, it sounds like Rob's using hot.
I'll click over new.
No, you know.
Now everything's different.
Everything's different now, Rob.
Now it feels a little bit more like some website that I used to work on.
A website that you used to know.
That's right. Anyway, maybe they'll deorbit a few more in order to let satellite astrophotography work, or maybe they'll install more so that Mr. Roseboom can have reasonable internet.
Yay!
Well, it's funny because I know some people who have Starlink. They're very happy with it. And then they came out with a $600 premium membership. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, there are a handful of people around here who have Starlink as well.
Yeah, how do you like it?
And they say it's great so far. So, I don't know. I'm really close to taking that leap.
I'm excited for you. But I think you also used satellite internet for a while with DirecTV. I had that for like a year, and it was the worst.
HughesNet.
That was
all the same.
Ultimately, that was the same infrastructure. It was hell. I've
said it before about Starlink. You know, Greg Weiler, he's a steely-eyed missile man. That guy knows how to launch it.
Yeah, I still have that HughesNet merry-go-round strapped to the side of my house.
That thing's big.
Completely useless.
The thing that always made me mad about that one is that my neighborhood association at the time had rules about satellite dishes, and that was too big. So I actually went and asked permission from all of my neighbors who could see it. And they were like, of course you can put a satellite dish up that's 6 inches bigger than the other one. That's stupid that you would even ask. But I felt obligated.
More terrible.
You're a rule follower.
In modern society than the formation of the HOA.
Oh, unpleasant.
Oh, just a breeding ground for tyrants, for petty tyrants.
Right? I like that.
This is why it's part of our game, you know?
Yeah.
That's good. That's take from real life. I've got
ripped from the headlines.
My association, like, I hate the passive aggressive emails. Like, please remember to take your trash cans in. I'm like, screw you. They only took my trash can on Monday. It's Friday. It's fine.
Please don't paint your house purple.
I would love that. So the Steamdeck is now out. I believe I don't know if it's a final shipping unit or if it's just like a final engineering sample thing, but all the game reviewers got theirs. So now we get to find out if the Steamdeck is a worthy device, and it's getting really good reviews.
And you all, just to confirm, there's been no offer for purchase in Steam, right? I mean, it's not like we're missing something.
Not that I've seen, nope.
Yeah.
just a very nice Steamdeck. There was a pre-order a while back. I think we know 2 or 3 people who have pre-orders.
I mean, I think I put down a pre-order for the nice one, the 512 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't. Isn't that awful? It's like I can't remember. Like if I know I pre-ordered it.
I have a couple of Kickstarters.
If you could put down a deposit, I put down a deposit.
I have a couple of Kickstarters that every now and then it's like, oh yeah, I put money in on that Kickstarter. I wonder if I'll ever get it.
Wow. Yeah.
I've gone through a pretty significant number of handheld retro emulation devices.
Yes, I have. Here it says your expected order availability after Q2 2022.
Oh well,
there you go.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. That's really kind of you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate your enthusiasm. You know,
I'm only waiting for a handheld emulator that is fast enough to emulate Saturn, only because there's one game on the Saturn that I've always wanted to play and I never have. It's Nights into Dreams, and I've always wanted to play it, and I could probably just install an emulator on my PC right now and play it. But it's just this game that looks so cool. And for 20 years, I'm like, one of these days I'm going to play that. And so every time I get a new handheld, one of the things that I do is try to see if it can emulate Saturn. And so far, none of the ones that I have found have ever emulated a Saturn well enough to play that game.
Is it in the Internet Archive's game archive?
I don't know. I have the ROM. I mean, I could get it. I could make it happen. I could probably play it on my Mac right now because OpenEmu is on my Mac, and that's actually a really nice emulator.
Wait, it's really hard to find things in the Internet Archive, game archive, anyways.
Well, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Security through obscurity.
I'm trying to find it in the software library here.
So the most disturbingly exciting little piece of news that I've heard in the last few days, and oddly enough, my wife gave this news to me, is that Futurama is going to get another run.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I know.
I'm okay with things
ending.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a show that they could just come back and do 6 episodes every couple years, and I'd be fine with that. Forever. As long as it's the same people.
Yeah.
It's different when it's like new people coming in for a reboot.
Okay. Right. Yeah, it looks like this is a subset.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm fine with letting it die in dignity. And also, I think if you're going to revive or reboot something, like, I'm not sure you can revive anything, honestly. But if you're going to reboot something, you're going to need to wait a little while, longer than you need to wait, longer than, this has been off the air.
The one name not currently on the cast list is the voice of Bender.
Okay, sorry.
Checking out your Nights into Dreams.
Well, yeah. So who's on the cast list? I apologize.
Bender is missing. And it would be really hard to do that show without.
Me Too. He got canceled
with a revoiced. Did he get Me Too'd?
No, I'm assuming. I mean, he's Bender. There it goes. So they'll just recast him, I'm sure.
Yeah, they'd have to. The show wouldn't function without the character. But I mean,
you can't not have Bender, right?
I am Bender. Please insert girder.
I'm sure. I mean, what else is John DiMaggio doing, right?
Probably holding out for more money.
Yeah. There we go. Joe DiMaggio. Let's go to his IMDb. He's an actor on Mythic's Quest. Huh? Go figure.
I have no idea what he looks like, but I do like the Mythic Quest. Oh yeah. I like Mythic Quest actually quite a lot. It's worth your time, and it's a really fast show. Is it just like 30-minute
Yeah,
episodes?
people have been recommending it to me, and I just haven't done it yet.
You might have special enjoyment to it because it's about making video games, but it's so not about making video games. Like, it's embarrassingly not about making video games.
All right.
But each of the 2 seasons has a couple of episodes that are like standalone, outside of the timeline of the regular show, and those are some of the real just best 30-minute little blocks of TV I've ever seen. Rob McElhenney, I think, directed those. The show creator directs them each. One takes
Rob
place
from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, it's his show. He's the co-creator of it. With Megan Gans is the other one. But there's each season has like a standalone episode. One is in the 90s about like indie game developers, and one's in the 70s about a sci-fi writer. And they are really cool stories.
Megan Gans is from Michigan.
She's also all over It's Always Sunny. As far as writing and producing and stuff. The Cannonball Run might be done, guys. They're saying that it's probably never going to be able to get any faster because we'll probably never have a shutdown again.
Now,
if
there's something ripe for a revival, right, it is making another Cannonball Run movie, huh?
Do you set it during COVID just to make it crazy?
No, and you bring back all the original cast that is still alive.
And the ones that aren't alive, you bring back with Tig Notaro.
Yes, Tig Notaro.
There was the one woman who died during the filming, or got hurt really bad. Anyways.
So anyway, this article just lists the record. They were saying they took a bunch of time off of it. We had talked about it, I think, earlier in the lockdown, how the highways were shut down, and they were able to break some records. And now we probably will never get anything like that again, which is interesting.
Yeah, this guy here, Ed Bullion, he's got the VinWiki channel on YouTube, so he's had them on, and they're like, people were afraid to pull people over because of COVID.
Yeah.
In some cases, there was no traffic. Even the trucks weren't going for a while, so
they're not going now either in Ottawa.
Yeah, right.
Or across the bridge here.
Yeah.
That's been locked down forever.
Yep. They've blocked off
the Friendship Bridge?
The Windsor Bridge, yeah.
Oh, wow. Peace Bridge? What do they call it?
Neither of the things you just said.
They call it the Windsor Bridge, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So it was Heidi Von Betz who was paralyzed in the Cannonball Run movie filming. So there you go.
I hope they used the shot.
Yeah, she was a double for Farrah Fawcett, who I didn't even remember was in that movie.
I read a thing once that there's a tradition amongst stunt actors that if somebody gets seriously hurt, that they use the shot in the movie. And it's like, that's the rule.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. The Jurassic World, the third one, its trailer came out.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about this. So I watched the trailer, and I'm like, this looks fantastic. You know it's going to be terrible, right?
It's going to be so bad.
Man, I'm like, oh, this could be really... Because the thing is, if you just pretend, let's just pretend that nothing happened since the first movie. There wasn't any Jurassic Park movies. And it's sort of like, oh, they're passing the torch to a new crew of dinosaur hunters or something. I mean, I could see it working, but there's been so much crap, since the first movie. It's like, also, who keeps on building these dumb parks to create dinosaurs for the military? What's the motivation here? It doesn't make a lot of sense.
I guess the premise to this one is that a bunch of them escaped, and now they are starting to take over the planet again.
The whole trailer is set in snow.
I love a whole Planet of the Apes-ish, this dinosaur is a smart dinosaur,
I appreciate that they are at least have a hadrosaur, which is the correct type of dinosaur to be in the Arctic, but that's the wrong species of hadrosaur.
Yeah.
Also,
do they think we have them notice?
They have a mosasaur attacking a crab boat in the Bering Straits, and they are tropical animals. Those were not cold water swimmers.
Yeah, I have a feeling those dinos would be having a sad time in all that snow. I do like that all of the old cast show up, but now they're all like way hot. Like they're all like for being their age,
They're
distinguished. They are attractive people for their age.
Well, I mean, it is Hollywood. I mean, you don't have ugly people do things.
Yeah, but like, okay, let's be mean a little bit here. Mark Hamill, at his present age, is not particularly like he's no longer in any way hunky.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he was okay in What We Do in the Shadows, you know.
But like, they all look great.
Yeah, but Sam Neill's a silver fox.
He's looking good, man.
He's like, hey, how's it going?
Hey, ladies.
Yeah. Hello, Ellie.
I know that Goldblum's gonna take all the ladies, but I'm gonna try.
You know, I don't know what Goldblum's even doing there. You know,
rolling around on piles of money. I hope
it's true. It's just
that's a nice shot.
Huge piles of money.
So I actually liked the first of the Jurassic Park reboots just fine.
What's her name? Yeah.
It was okay. Like it was an okay blockbuster.
Look, they're even bringing back Wong.
Yeah, well, he was in the last one too.
Yeah.
But
he was in the first one, you know. Yep. He's actually been in a lot of them, man, now that I think about it.
Yeah, he was in the last one.
He's a really nice person. I don't know if you've ever met him. He's a genuinely nice person. He was also in Special Victims Unit. No, he was like the
He was in Mr. Robot too.
Oh, he's in Mr. Robot.
Yeah,
because he was in that. Yeah. He's a good actor. I like him.
No, he was a bad guy in the last Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, well, I think he's a scientist without regard for human consequence. You know,
I think this was more like I got no F's left to give. I'm selling my mojo to the highest bidder.
But yeah,
Oh yeah,
BD Wong. That's his name.
BD Wong. Yeah.
He was in SVU for like a decade.
And I hope that Bryce Dallas Howard was not.
Let's be clear.
A lot.
See this crap?
Yep.
This is an expensive construction. You know, it's like
very.
Yeah, this is spendy. You know, you've got the whole water thing. You've got the green roof.
No, that's $1 billion structure.
This is elite. No, this is multi-billion.
Well, yeah,
$4 billion.
Also
true,
LEED
Chris. Certified. You know,
you don't have to get certified if you're out in some island.
I'm sorry, Isla Nublar has very high standards for LEEDs. I mean, you have to clear it with the homeowners association.
The HOA.
You also don't know if they've trained the dinosaurs to do construction.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Be fair.
But they'd still have to get a hold of the cement. To be fair. To be fair.
I mean,
they need the Portland cement. You know,
if you got a Brachiosaurus with a blackened tackle, that's a living crane right there.
Yep.
You get that stuff done in half the time.
So confirm me, I'm not really super up on the construction chemistry, but isn't Portland cement made from limestone? You know, isn't that just old? Yeah. I mean, isn't that just old organisms that gets pancaked under pressure and heat over millions of years, and then is it really just dinosaurs? Dinosaurs could be using dinosaurs to make dinosaur pens. It's like they're their own jailer, you know.
So the trailer
they should have called it. They shouldn't have called it Jurassic Park. They should have called it Cannibal Dinosaur Construction.
I think my kids have a book like that. So I just want to say, I hope that Bryce Dallas Howard did not have too many shooting days on this movie, because I would much prefer that she had shooting days on The Mandalorian, because she directed the episode with all the Mark Hamill stuff on Boba Fett this season.
You guys love Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, it's our favorite. So I heard a theory, and apparently it's vaguely backed up by the rumors, but apparently they shot about half of Boba Fett, and they were like, "Hey, this sucks," so they just reworked the first 2 episodes of the Mandalorian's next season and just made those into Boba Fett episodes, and that's what happened.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I know which parts they thought sucked.
Everything
the show.
The parts that had Boba Fett in them.
Yeah, everything that looked like The Godfather.
Yeah, they really missed an opportunity. They could have, as we were talking before, they could have made that into like a Fistful of Dollars sort of remake, but with Star Wars characters.
Yep.
I mean, it could have been interesting about him taking over the syndicate, and they chose poorly.
Yeah.
So you love, is it Rob? You love time travel movies, and Rob, you hate them. Is that the story?
Pretty
For the
much.
most part, yeah.
So did you see the Adam Project trailer? This only came out like a couple of days ago. It's actually, if you're willing to tolerate a time travel movie, it looks like it could be really fun.
So,
you know,
there are a few of my favorite movies that are time travel. I love 12 Monkeys, right? I love that. I love that movie. And if it fits with the story, it's fine. My problem with time travel stuff is generally it gets used as sort of like we've written ourselves into a corner and we need more episodes. Break out the time travel.
Yeah. I don't know. This feels very Amblin, charitably. I'm wondering if this is going to be really good or just. And he's got this cool thing. I don't know what that's about.
But he's not being snarky ass in this, right? So,
no. I mean, it's very much his brand,
So what is he going to do?
I don't know.
Oh, there's spaceships too.
There's spaceships. There's time travel. There's a couple of Marvel actors. That kind of thing.
Is this a film or is this
It's a movie on Netflix.
No, this is actually a commercial for that lightsaber, Rob.
March 1. All right. I will watch anything that's time
travel. Yeah, literally,
related.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the Adam Project.
So they discovered another Earth-like planet.
I hate the title.
Orbiting, was it Alpha Proxima?
Alpha Proxima? It's one of my favorite of the alphas.
Right? It's my first favorite.
That's good because Alpha.
Yeah. Proxima Centauri D. So anyway, they think it might have water.
That's exciting.
When the solar flares here get too bad, we'll just go there. Like we can hitch our satellites to each other and fly out there. It'll take a couple centuries, but
I'm more of a Proxima Centauri C-man myself.
Well, it's only 4.2 light years away, so
D's just a little bit too big for me. Showing off.
We can share gas though, out there, and then when we get there,
that's not good.
Each take our own planets. So there was a kid.
What is going on here in the story?
This Russia terrorist thing. It's actually the headline's a little bit flamboyant. The kid seemed like he was doing some shenanigans.
So was he building a Minecraft replica to train on blowing up the
I think that there
building?
was an officially hosted place, like a virtual space that was done as probably a marketing effort, and he was planning on blowing it up, but somehow that got looped in with other things that he might have been doing.
He was pamphleting it.
Yeah.
All three suspects were 14-year-olds.
Right.
I mean, come on, Russia, give me a break.
We're looking down on this, but the minute that kid is able to turn into a giant robot,
that's true.
We are all in trouble. So good on those people for nipping this in the bud.
If he takes redstone and starts creating a TNT fountain that destroys that building.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Honestly, this is so Russia. It's like they're so delicate.
This isn't so Russia,
they have
dude.
To oppress
this is my basement.
Everything.
This is my kids. Do you know how many timeouts I've had to dole out because one kid has blown up another kid's thing in a video game?
A timeout is very different from throwing them in the gulag. This is some Stalin Beria BS, man. It's not cool.
You haven't seen them all the time out.
They're serious. They're pretty serious.
Born, the floor actually came from your house, not from Stalin.
That's right.
Time literally stops.
Wow.
Speaking of time travel,
it's like Tenet down there.
Yeah.
It's like Tenet down there. Oh, so it has an absurd soundtrack.
Yeah, you just
completely overpowers things.
You relive your mistake until you get sick of it and turn the channel.
It checks out. So, all right, we got the rumor is that the Lord of the Rings is going to have its first trailer for the new Amazon TV show this weekend, and so Hollywood had a whole thing about how the fans are mad because the cast is diverse, which I thought was weird because I didn't read a single comment about the fans complaining about that. So I felt like they were looking for something.
That this is actually part of the news cycle now. Like, I think there's like some marketing arm. They're like, okay, how are we going to find a way to say that the nerds are upset? Like, it's part of their cycle.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see any of it. And also, it's the Lord of the Rings Redux number 25. You know, if they don't throw in, I don't know, a Mandalorian, I don't see how they can really upset anybody at this point. You know?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it either. Supposedly the backlash is that they have some African American and Asian elves.
Asian elves? Good God.
Who cares, but I would also say that, you know, I can't imagine needing to do anything to get nerds angry.
Right.
Just the sheer fact that they made this, people are going to rail against it. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, I think that the media has very much latched into, you have to like, there's like some sort of, if you can write the headline that makes both sides of the political spectrum angry, that's like the goal.
Yeah.
And so that headline is going to make both sides grumpy.
Yeah, I bet you there's going to be a headline: "Nerds upset because Tim Allen is not the voice of Buzz Lightyear in new movie."
That's true. Lightyear. It doesn't.
I'm going to watch the hell out of this.
I am too, but it doesn't look very good.
It looks a little by the numbers, and here's this, here's that, here's where this came from, here's where that came from. You know, but still, I'm going to watch the hell out of it.
I like the plant monster tentacle gag that comes up a couple times.
Yep. Sure. As long as they don't overuse it, it'll be fun. You know, it's very Pixar.
I like the idea of this, but it kind of makes me sad because I've truthfully always wished that Pixar would just go and make a true sci-fi movie, because WALL-E was as close as they got.
WALL-E was great.
And WALL-E's great, but the last half hour of it becomes just kind of like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I'd like them to like carry through and do a true like carry through the tone of the first half of that movie and make a real sci-fi film. But this is probably as close as we'll ever get from Pixar. But it is also nice that this is a Pixar movie that will actually apparently go into theaters, because like the last three have all been straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah, Kanto and
that was Disney.
Sir, it just
Soul was Pixar, and what was the one with the little fish boy? That was Pixar. Luca?
Yeah, his name was Luca. He was on the second floor.
Yeah, he lived upstairs.
He lived upstairs from you.
It's Luca.
Maybe he's seen him before. All right, enough Lightyear. It was good though. I'm gonna watch it. You know,
for damn sure.
Of course, we're gonna watch it.
For damn sure.
And then,
well, we've got the California Sheriff.
This is
weird
sketch stuff here.
This story, I'm surprised that this didn't happen already, to be honest with you. But I thought it would be feds who were doing it back in the day.
Yeah, right.
During the last administration, not during this one, and from a California sheriff, because this is all legally in sort of a limbo, in that it's legal in the state, but obviously not legal federally. And that's why they have these armored trucks who carry all this weed money. They can't put it in a bank. So, there's an entire industry built around these people who just take care and transport weed money. And so this sheriff has started knocking off the armored trucks.
And piece of work.
And taking them and taking all the cash. The company has filed a federal lawsuit, and a judge just threw out the temporary restraining order, blocking him from knocking over more trucks.
So he can keep doing it.
I can't understand how that law works, because it happens all the time.
This is federal versus state. I mean, it's classic stuff, right? So the sheriff is basically passing to the feds a crime that's illegal in the federal eyes, and it's some BS, man.
Yeah, he is betting that the consequences won't touch him because he is generating so much revenue out of all this confiscated money that his bosses are like, "Good work, Bill.
Good work." They're dickus.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call him Dickus around the office because he makes so much money for
Don't
them.
laugh.
Yeah.
But don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
You know, he has a wife, you know.
Oh, what's her name?
Intercontinental Buttocks, of course.
Of course. I love that movie. But that whole
whole scene.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we've also got the $1 billion crypto laundering thing with the rapper Razzlekhan.
This story has so much going on.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's amazing. So this is like a Vox reporter or a Vice reporter married to this other guy, and the two of them were trying to launder the Bifinex Bitcoin money into real gold.
Billions of dollars.
Well, billions of dollars worth of
something.
Seized Bitcoin, yeah. So, oh god,
yeah.
This picture just
it's
like, this can't be real, right? This is like a hack, you know. Story,
there's a large number of very cringy TikToks and such of these folks, which makes me really truly wonder, why wouldn't you just go to like somewhere in South America, where you can buy autonomy and just like be there. Like you'd be fine.
No, honestly, you go to El Salvador or Bolivia, wherever they made Bitcoin legal tender, and you just go to those people and say, "Listen, you're a kleptocracy. I'm a kleptocracy. Let's kleptocracy." And then you bring in the Bifinex Bitcoin, you launder it through the El Salvadorian tethered economy, and then who's gonna say shit?
This is going to be my favorite line I've read. I'll scroll back down just a second, Chris. My favorite line of the day. There you go. Okay. Is Razzlekhan likens herself to, quote, Genghis Khan, but with more pizzazz.
Her style's been described as sexy horror comedy. This is like Entertainment 720. It's like, hey, everybody. And
Prestige Unlimited.
Prestige Unlimited. It's like, what are you people? Is it just, they must be high all the time. I'd imagine they're like in a prison right now, in a prison cell, or maybe they made bail. I don't know, but that was probably the first time in a decade they haven't been completely stoned.
Whether or not they made bail, I guess it depended on whether or not the jail takes Bitcoin.
They're just hoping that the Lightning Network is up.
Well, no. If you read the articles about this, they seized 3.6 of 4.5 billion worth of crap coin.
Yeah.
Right? So they ostensibly have the resources if they convert that into, fiat bail money.
That checks out.
Oh boy.
So my last note that I have is they've announced the Oscar nominees. Go ahead.
We've got to find this gal's dumb rap, though. I mean,
you can find it. It's like there's TikToks and stuff on Reddit. I saw one at least. It's exactly what you think it would be, which is like if any of us decided to make a terrible rap, that's what we would make.
I would not make this, Rob.
If you decided to make a terrible rap,
maybe I'd make. I take it back. I would make this. That is fantastic. Yep.
Web3, baby. Web3.
That's right.
I'm going to move to Crypto Island. I don't know any black people.
You see, she's wearing, see her hat? Huh? Look at that attitude.
Oh, so much swagger.
I wonder if she went to like Mills or, Wellesley. Oh, this is.
It's like Friday, but
how did she get her friends to debase themselves?
She has $4 billion worth of Bitcoin. She says, "Here's $1,000. Hang out with me for an afternoon and be an idiot."
Oh, good God! Now here's the NFTs. Bring the NFTs. That's what's happening here. Yeah. Oh, good God! This is so good, though. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the music.
Oh, don't do that.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I want to hear the beat.
Worries too much about what's proper, but not roused, no shame, that don't stop her.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like Friday.
Instead, I work the edge cases with my tools. Awkward as fuck. Act shit like a whirling dervish, better duck. This bitch is Turkish,
No,
don't press
stop
your
it.
luck. I
She's got a lisp.
can't handle them Kurdish. Fuck your gay Austin romance, rather be taken.
Don't get us copy struck blocked over this shit.
You're right.
Holy, that is terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's embarrassing.
Oh,
it's-
nobody ever told her how terrible she was.
No, when you have $1 billion, people don't tell you. They let you make episode 1.
I gotta
No.
find. Okay, I'm gonna do Heather Morgan. Holland.
You know what that? You know what that says to me? Super soft parents.
Super
For sure.
soft.
Not
Oh,
to
yeah.
be not to be a grump, but that girl was never told that she didn't do anything spectacularly.
Yep.
You know?
Okay,
You're
I
the
gotta
best,
find out
honey.
where- I
Holy
gotta
cow.
find out where this gal went to school.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, well, the only other thing that I just wanted to say is the Oscar nominees came out. There are 38 feature films nominated. Had seen 16 of them. I watched number 17 last night. I watched The Tragedy of Macbeth.
Sorry.
It's not that funny of a movie.
She went to UC Davis, man. I probably spoke to this poor thing when she was in school because I used to talk there all the time. Oh,
Yeah,
this
and-
is so
and,
good.
And look what you did. Chris.
You broke her.
Look
no,
what you
I
did.
just talked about Heather.
You turned her into an
Morgan,
awkward NFT
UC
billionaire,
Davis. Wow.
obsessed with her tools.
There it is. Oh, good God, this is good.
Good on him. The
I
thing that's
know.
crazy to me is that why would you launder $1 billion or $4 billion? It seems like you could figure out a way to get $1 billion out of that clean. I don't know.
I know she thinks she's a Genghis Khan with more pizzazz. Always thought of her more of like a sparkly Hannibal myself.
I think that she just saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and thinks that's Genghis Khan.
Oh, so where? Oh boy, this is something. This is really something. So good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
feel,
story, it just keeps.
yeah,
on
I
giving.
feel like we'll be following
You
this
know?
story for a while. The Razzlekhan
Yeah.
saga.
I should put a Google alert in for her name.
for Razzlekhan.
Google alert.
So new episode of Peacemaker. Did you watch it?
I did.
I am not up to date because I've been out of town for so long.
You
I think
should
my wife
just
and I are
take
gonna
a
watch it together.
vacation day
so-
and just binge the whole damn thing.
No, I'm gonna go from here to my PT probably.
The
because
finale
my shoulders are
tomorrow.
still
or
pain.
Next week.
finale next week. Yeah.
Yeah, big stuff happened this week.
Oh man, it's a great show. If you guys want to talk about it, I can go watch, Heather Morgan
No.
rap videos,
No, we're good.
because who's not afraid of Peacemaker? Razzlekhan.
Oh, she can take it. No, I really enjoyed this week's episode. I thought I enjoyed it way more than the season finale of Boba Fett for sure.
Oh,
Well,
sounds like it's not
I
saying
mean-
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened in the season finale is what we thought would happen
Yep.
in the season finale.
I'm gonna ride it, and he did.
Yeah, ride the Rancor.
Yeah. No, I truly think that they had that season is 3 separate stories that they bolted together somehow in fear because something was wrong. But also, I just wanted to say I watched The Tragedy of Macbeth. I don't know if you guys are into
Oh, is it good?
Shakespeare. I don't care about Shakespeare at all, but the camera work is really, 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 really cool. Like it's one of those movies where every shot you're like, I should just pause that, and that's like the photograph that you see in a museum. There's just so many really cool images in it.
It's an Apple original film, huh?
It is an Apple original film. I will be watching all of the things on the streaming services that I have. It's all shot in that 4:3 aspect ratio.
Oh, why? So it fits on the original iPod Touch?
Yep. You want to get it on your
Oh,
iPad?
it's Cohen brother, huh? Well,
One of
a
them.
Cohen brother.
The other one apparently retired.
Oh, she's got to be Lady Macbeth, right?
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, damn spot.
The first half hour or so I was pretty bored, but eventually it kind of started working for me, and I actually really enjoyed it by the time I got to the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
once you figure out who the aliens are,
Yep.
yeah.
it's a lot more enjoyable.
What's
Yep.
the time travel aspect of it, Rob?
Well, it turns out that Lady Macbeth
What's happening?
is from the future. And she's
a robot.
Yep. She's been sent back to launder $4.5 billion worth of Razzlecoin.
Razzlecoin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she's got more pizzazz than Macduff.
Well, alas, I knew him well.
That's
Actually,
Hamlet.
that's Hamlet. Yeah. Which one is the one you're not supposed to say? Is it Macbeth?
That's
It's probably
Macbeth.
Macbeth. Yeah.
The Scottish play.
The Scottish play.
Yeah, the other thing is I haven't watched a Macbeth probably in 20 years or seen or read a Macbeth in 20 years. And it's like, oh yeah, this movie has like 20 things in it that you've heard quoted a billion times. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I've never got into the Shakespearean cinematic universe. I always like when they reboot a famous character, but I think I'd rather, watch a new Fantastic Four than another one of these.
Oof. Fantastic Four. No good. All right.
Gentlemen, shall we say goodbye?
We should.
All right.
I mean, sure.
Bye, Chris DeBona.
It's really good talking to y'all.
Bye, Rob Roseboom.
See ya.
And I was Rob Commander Taco Maldo. That was Geeks in Space. We'll see you Tuesday. Bye.